Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida's offense will have the first possession of the game. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And, Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. On the move at the 30. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They go to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quickly complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
On the move. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll try the run. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Mississippi State right back to the line. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to...
He's going for the big play. And he makes the catch at the 10. Touchdown, Gator! What a catch and run for 6.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Back to throw, it's John. Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And you're a defensive guy, and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Gators will punt this one away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something. And you're right. You'll wear your defense out continuing. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's John. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing.
Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU has the lead right now, but this Lavelle Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snags a quick pass on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Used to play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the incompletion brings up a second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Mississippi State going up tempo. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go.
Open runway ahead. The tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gator.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And on second down for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. To the air, it's John. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
And that's just excellent coverage. Cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Makes his connection. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
The QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll leave it with him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the right side. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Off play action. He unleashes a long one. It's complete. Touchdown Gators! And the route is on. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 6 over Maryland. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go to the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Off play action on first down. He's going to run it. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the Bulldogs pick up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and shoot.
Got his man in the middle. They get him down after he makes a catch.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
This offense has a second down play. Looking for a man. It's John. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it to...
And he hauls it in inside the 30. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. Powers through the defender. Dances away from one. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running a screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Lets it fly on the move. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He's got it again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
He's looking to throw, feeling some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down mark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
It's complete. A huge pickup. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Gator. And the stomping has commenced. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense obviously just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 2 to Georgia Southern. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He wants to throw here on second down. It's caught. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Hey, man, this defense has been so good today. They built a lead. They know how to play with the lead. They haven't given up a lot of big plays. Right there, that's one of the bigger plays they've given up today.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
and they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.